It happens here, Dorchester. It's Boston's largest neighborhood, and within it there are 14 smaller neighborhoods, none of them named for a Wahlberg. Yet, Dorchester has always been a diverse community, and activism is in its blood. Suffragette Lucy Stone lived here. So did Martin Luther King when he was going to be you. And today, the biggest issue facing Dorchester right now is change.
This is kind of the top coastal edge of Dorchester.
Jennifer Smith is the news editor at the Dorchester Reporter.
What are some of the big issues with how it's changing for people? What are the biggest things you're hearing about?
I think a lot of it is a bit of a crisis over how development is progressing right now. Development's come to every other part of Boston, and it's slowly eking into areas like Dorchester.
And as the buildings go up, so does the cost of housing.
Affordability is a real issue. In Dorchester, prices are going up. We're seeing rapid gentrification.
I call it the centrifugal force of development. We're riding on a merry-go-round, and then we wake up and we're in Fitchburg. You got spun right off of that merry-go-round, and you don't even know what happened. You're like, how did I land here?
Pamela has lived in Dorchester her whole life, and she says it's changing faster than ever.
My great-grandparents came to Boston in 1901 with my grandmother, who was then 3 years old. My mom was born here, I was born here, and my granddaughter, she's living in Waltham right now. She's 19 years old, she's in a relationship. Two hardworking people. We need those folks to be able to come back home.
Why are you forcing people out of some place where they live for 30, 40, even 50 years? You want a diverse community. You know, that's the way America is.
It's hard to put a number on how all of this development has affected the cost of living, but think about this. In 2011, the average rent in Dorchester was just over $1,800. By September of this year, that number was over $2,500. That's up 38% in 6 years. So what's the solution? Well, the Dorchester way is to get organized.
So we came together, a group of residents, and we started knocking on doors, calling our neighbors. One thing that Dorchester has that's really interesting is the civic network. They tend to be very, very engaged, very involved, very committed, very knowledgeable.
And here's one of them, Eileen Boyle of the Columbia Savin Hill Civic Association.
Fortunately, within the neighborhood. You want us to wait a sec here?
Jeez Louise, this is definitely quality of life here.
Exactly. This is a perfectly good example. This corner gets extremely dangerous.
Seems like nobody is thinking about the moment after these homes go up.
Well, that's what we're constantly thinking about.
Yeah. So you're not against change and progress?
No, we do need more housing, but I think we're jeopardizing long-term quality of life issues.
Do people get involved? Do they care? Do you think they need more people?
They do. We have some young people that have gotten involved, and we're really excited.
People here in Dorchester do care.
Tran Vu is the lead artist for the Community in Action mural project.
I wanted to create a project that was engaging of the community that addresses issues that are going on. And so I put together a group of young artists to come together and work on a mural that will help bring more life to Dorchester. Part of these projects is really to engage the community, to not only activate spaces. The main point is to get organized and really to hold the people that are in power accountable. When more people show up to the meetings, they can't ignore us.
I bet it gives you a nice sense of purpose and
Yes,
community.
it does. Oh, it does. It makes me feel a part of the community.
I think it's really important to be part of a group and to be connected to each other and to be supporting each other.
I say get involved. Go look around and see if there's a neighborhood association or a civic association nearby. You be the change that you want to see. If you just sit back and wait for something to happen, you'll be on that same merry-go-round and you'll end out in Pittsfield. You're not even going to stop at Fitchburg, I'm just saying. Which is not a bad town, but nevertheless.
So as change rumbles into Dorchester, the struggle for its identity, its diversity, its quality of life is only just beginning. And the people of Dorchester refuse to be ignored.